And I dig it. Like, I can't wait to finish this game because offline, I can't wait to start a new run and build a completely different character and roll it all back again. So, yeah, Daniel, it is chef's kiss. Grumpy Duck, Tactician 5, welcome. I appreciate you guys being here. You're 78. Thank you for this Smashly fucking rock fingers. I've only caught a bit of it. It's wicked cool. It's so strange. I need to talk to Gary, so I'm here now with my partner, Kim Kitsuragi. I'm also here with two cryptozoologists, two people who have dedicated their lives to finding imaginary insects. We are helping them find an imaginary, well, I say imaginary, an invisible cryptid, an insect that is invisible. These guys are a dangerous, organized crime gang. Back here behind this place is the rotting corpse it was the rotting corpse that we were trying to solve. Back here we broke into and found out is a whole bunch of old pinball machines. This is the hostel we're currently staying in. I think that's Northern Lion, as far as I've been able to tell. Where is Gary? Gary's in here somewhere. They said the moment that we left here, Gary would go, but he was right here, wasn't he? This isn't Gary. No. Did I lose Gary by saving?
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
Chad, is it just me or is Gary gone?
Oh,
he was like right here, wasn't he?
So nice to see you again.
Did we lose Gary forever? I have no idea. He was there when we ended stream. I had a hard stop last Saturday. What was it? I had like a super hard stop. Was I switching to play something with somebody? Anyway, this is our to-do list. This is all the stuff we've done. This is all the stuff we've done. Apparently it has a hard stop after 10 days in game. Hopefully we'll have... That's right, I had Sea of Thieves with Approaching Nirvana last week. So I did have a hard stop. But Gary was right there, and he said... He said, talk to me before you go. Because once I'm gone, I'm gone. Well, shit, man. I hope I didn't miss anything for that. Curly Platypus, what's going on? Alright, so let's see where we are. Cop, amnesiac, we removed a corpse from a tree. We found out that there's this trucker woman named Ruby that has been running
this is the story
these guys
of the newest denizen of the cave.
as like her own little organized crime unit. On a larger scale in the city, there's a labor strike. You have this big fat penguin from Batman looking dude who's running like the labor union. He's like Jimmy Hoffa. And then you have this woman named Joyce who's running the corporate aspect of it. She's coming in from a place called Wild Pines. I think we got just about everything done that we could on day 4. And I think we're going into day 5. This feels like a glitch in the game, the missing of Gary. Maybe if I walk out and come back in, it'll reload him. Sub D comes in tier 1, 13 months. Sub D, thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate you being here. Officially on the road to 1 whole year. Love you, denizens, you well-funded children. Agreed. Speaking of being well-funded, I want to point out that our man JJ Madison sent me a $350 pair of Sony noise-canceling headphones. That's it. That's the story. Certified madman sends grown-up man-baby headphones. I now have I think Gary's just gone, chat. He was here in a lab coat. We saved the game. I think it was maybe once I broke this encounter, and I think that saving the game might have counted as breaking that encounter. So, lo siento, Gary. I hope I didn't miss anything super important with you. Time of day can make people disappear, maybe. Yeah, I am also disappointed. I'm disappointed. I literally came up here and reminded myself Oh, wait, you know what else we could do? Yo, Kim, why don't you go to bed? We're never gonna sleep in this room again. So let's go ahead. Do we have any white checks we can do in here? Map. Can I do mirror? No, I've gotten... What I can do on the mirror, I've gotten done. I think I'm gonna go back to Lillian. That one's glitched. We're gonna go back to Lillian because ultimately we needed to ditch... We needed to, like, if she's still there, but we needed to ditch Kim to not have him hamper our ability to ask her out. I'm bummed out that we lost Gary, but I'll get over it, I guess. I have no idea what those words mean. Also, welcome to Forgetful. Thank you for clearing up my approaching Nirvana confusion. Let's scroll out. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna find Lillian. We've been trying to get Lillian to go on a date with us. That is currently the only active white check we have, which is a retryable skill roll. We also have one that if I fuck it up, apparently soft locks the game. But the last time I failed it at 97%. Because sometimes I roll really, really bad. So, okay, so duality. We had a crowbar, and the crowbar broke trying to get this piece of equipment out for a lady who's in a church trying to understand. A scientist is trying to understand why. Oh, that's the thing. That's the thing that I soft locked almost.
Look at those little bastards.
Oh.
Simmer down, bastards.
There was this, like, refrigerator unit that we've snapped our crowbar on, and it was just like, you'll have to come back here with something stronger. Well, this lady gave us this thing that is like this portable Jaws of Life thing to replace our crowbar. We went to use it to get her piece of equipment out. I failed the skill roll of 97%, rolled snake eyes, and apparently I only have one more point I can put into the attribute that gives me the chance to roll again. And if I crit fail that roll again, I soft lock the game. So... That's a big fail. Get the drink on! It would be unimaginable for a human female to have sex with a man without Al Ghul as the master of... Al Ghul is like their stylized word for alcohol. To be their master of ceremonies, to guide them. I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you. I want to be close to you, but there's only one way to intimacy. Drunk date, tap on your throat. All we need is booze, the rest will follow. Funny, sailor jokes. She nods without smiling. Sorry if I'm not laughing out loud, but the comedy has worn thin over the years. Great, now you've reminded her of her husband. Alright, well, we'll have to put a point into suggestion before we can try that again. Like, I literally think that's almost all we can do today. The missing insects case. Some of the locusts have gone missing in the Insulindian phasmid, which is the invisible insect we're chasing down, has yet to be found. Perhaps you can use your detective skills to help out the cryptozoologist. Oh, we gotta talk to Cuno. Maybe we'll talk to Cuno before we go to bed. We gotta talk. Oh, we gotta talk to talk to somebody rich so I can better understand reality. Because I literally didn't know where I was or who I was when I woke up. So this lady recommends I talk to somebody rich. She's rich. She's got a yacht.
What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
Neither do I. You seem smart. I need someone to give me the lowdown on all this reality we're in. This reality, she pulls out she pulls her hood closer around her neck. And then this is, so if you're watching, these are the interruptions made by the individual fractured pieces of your psyche. So drama, which is our ability to lie and to tell lies. Yes, reality is your side case. I am conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in. It's related to that medical episode. Yeah, we literally at one point just went for broke and screamed money at this woman, and she gave us money. Just yell money again. Yeah, honestly. I'm gonna go with this one. This one's good. I'm conducting a personal investigation into the world I find myself in. How truly curious, a sort of philosopher detective. Money! I hope my inquiry into the nature of reality will ultimately converge with our murder investigation. They are two halves of the same case. A deep synthesis, she nods. I'll assist you however I can. Go ahead, ask. Where are we? We're in Martinez, baby. And what is Martinez? Martinez is a district of Revachol. This was a quest I think we were supposed to do much earlier. It feels like a spoon feed you some lore and geographical background information. She gave us 200 bucks when we screamed money at her last time. She looks around, her green raincoat flapping in the wind, a very small district tucked away near the industrial harbor north of the 881 and Jamrock. You would be excused from not knowing it. Unimportant, they say. Forgotten, even shelled to smithereens during the revolution, she shrugs. It has its charms, just not in this time of year. Tell me more about Martinez. I'm not a good ambassador. I've only been here once before as a teenager. Not a lot has changed. She closes her eyes. There are ruins, a terminal, fishing boats, reeds, boys with boxy shoulders. She opens them. As I told you, Martinez used to be a province, a workers' resort before the city swallowed it and the artillery did its part. Now the reeds are the real star of the show here. The further down the coast, the wilder it gets. What sea? It's not really a sea, it's the Bay of Revachol that feeds into the ocean. We're near an ocean. Yes, we are on an island in the ocean. The largest body of water, the Insulindic. Known to the Revacholians as French words bleu, the bleu, les immensités bleu. This is the game that also teaches you that I don't know French. I try my best, and my best is usually laughable. The blue immensities. Vast, lukewarm, and unknowing, flowing in and out of sight. What is the name of this island? Caillou, God almighty. Caillou. As you already know, she looks to the waters. Imagine a pebble, a smoothed over pebble amidst a great blue sea. Misshapen, cracked, the cracks are the river Esperance. We're in the delta of this river in the 6th branch, the Martinez distributary. It is clear this pebble is of enormous value to her. Okay, that's Martinez. What about Revachol? Revachol is what you'd call a city. What kind of city? The great kind. As if it's self-explanatory, beyond patriotism, a fact. What makes Revachol great? History detective, they built the city to resolve history, our part in it at least, or our centuries. Who built the city? The nations of the Occident, or
This is
the
the
migrant
story
workers
of the newest
Simonine,
denizen of the
or
cave.
Ilmara, depending on your creed. Anthills comes in, tier 1, 4 months. I guess I sub here now. Well, I am known for my bad life choices, and that makes sense. Anthills, that was a terrible decision, and you have wasted that money. Thank you, though. I will find a good use to which to put it. I certainly appreciate your company, and I thank you for being around, Anthills. I appreciate you in general. Anthills, can you tell me, when was Revachol built? In the DeLorean century, 380 years ago, and why will it resolve history? They say it is where the terrible questions of our time will be answered, the tensions are highest, the fault lines deepest. By that I mean conflicts, ideological conflicts, the stuff of men. But why here? We are standing on a fertile, self-sufficient island able to sustain up to 200 million people in the middle of the Insulindic Ocean, the world's connective tissue, she smiles. It is where the money is. We're in an unimportant part of an important place. We're pretty much at the center of the world, so we're on the periphery, basically nobody's. I like we're in the unimportant part of an important place. I think it's fair to say so. Martinez is about, she points across the water where the skyscrapers rise. A sparkle of light on the horizon like evening stars above the curvature of the planet. 22 kilometers from the center of the world, that soldering iron is the bank of the world building. The bottom floors are Insurcom, coalition government, Insulindian mission command, looks out to the sea. Silence, she lowers her head. The water, the light, it's as though you're seeing it for the first time. There is no recognition, only of the immensity of the sea and the cold radiating from it. Where are we? Uh-oh. We are where we are. I have no truer answer to give, unfortunately. She watches you closely as you scan the horizon. Jamais vu. Derealization. This is one thought you need to complete. Where are you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, okay, hold on. We got white checks. What times are these? If we ask more questions, it might make the skill rolls more easy. These are unimportant times, detective. She puts her finger to her lips, then points to you. You and I were born after the dust had settled, 1,000th of a second too late. Too late for what? For the big time. Her eyes light up. There's a flash of teeth. Smile of a predator. No doubt what she's got in mind. What's the big time? The revolution. What is this revolution I keep hearing about? It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together and decides what's next. Who gets shot in the head and who gets mineral rights. It's a real kerfluffle. Who gets shot in the head? Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution, but the communists, they all got shot in the head. Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them as well. So well, one forgets they even existed. Did the communists and the anarchists shoot back? Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people. Truly, a kerfluffle. Yes, the Insulindian deluge, they call it. Anyone else get shot in the head on the opposing side? Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head or thrown beneath a horse or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. She shakes her head. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king, just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in grade. Smart king. I love that king, fucking communists. We'll say smart king. Yes, King Guillaume had a nose for bad PR. He ran before it. What is the expression? Went down. Anyway, Gil got out alive and his nephew Frizzle got shot in his place. Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time. Who got the mineral rights? The liberals got the mineral rights. She looks up to the sky, then inland at the crumbling village. The wind blows, and by mineral rights, I mean everything. How'd the liberals win it all? They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember? She's one of them, of course. If everyone got shot, who was there to surrender to? The foreign intervention, the coalition, these people really took the mineral rights. Who are the coalition? The coalition of nations, Grade, Mescue, Vesper, Messina, Orange, Sur la Clef. The armed center of the world, they landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do. What is this game? All right. The TLDR, Anthills, is that we are an amnesiac, schizophrenic cop. The first day of the game is us waking up after a drug and alcohol-fueled bender. We don't even know who we are, let alone that we are a police officer. We piece it together from context clues, and we literally have just been following our instincts, which frankly are all these voices that we continue to hear interrupting conversations that we have that are all different parts of the inside of our head. They just mentioned that we had a thought. That thought this time around is jamais vu, or derealization. We could equip that, but it's like putting a perk on in a D&D campaign. We would have to unattach one perk and it would cost us a skill point we don't currently have. We are also currently fully realizing the thought of Guillaume Le Million, who was a film star. I don't know, we thought about a film star and it made us think things, and now we're actually processing that thought. When we finish it, we'll say volumetric shit compressor, we get a skill perk. So it's basically a D&D campaign jammed up the ass of a cop noir, jammed up the ass of a gigantic civics lesson. So it's like a D&D cop noir civics turducken. With a thin wrapper of choose your own adventure. There is a lot of reading, but I'm happy to catch anybody up because I have high esteem for this game. So anybody who wants to be involved, I want you to be involved, and I will do everything in my power to make you feel like you're catching up with the story. Go on, Joyce Messier. Empathy says there is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding. She is critical, but ultimately understands the cause. These, by the way, when the voices chime in, this is the game doing internal skill checks that we're not privy to. So there are white checks, which we have 2 with her, I think, which are dice rolled that determine whether or not we gain access to a piece of the story. depending on which points we've put into which categories of our skill tree here, this conversation that we're having, that's a skill check. So whether or not we're getting additional conversations for the voices in our head is completely dependent on invisible skill checks that the game is doing as the conversation goes along. And then I'll show you there's white skill checks which we can retry every time we get a new piece of information, or every time we add a point or an attribute into a skill point into a very specific attribute. And then there are red checks. If we fuck those up, we don't get to go back on those. That's true. You can also screw yourself and make the skill roll harder by having conversations that tell you shit that you rather would have not known. Moralist. The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights and not shooting people in the head. At least it's not the same manner and volume as other people do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol, now the coalition government. Physical Instrument says the rulers of Revachol and also the world, these guys are strong. This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM, which is like our police station. It's like our Mounties. With the crumbs of the same laws they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist. Encyclopedia chimes in with, the color of moralism is blue, the official motto of the Moral Intern. The Moralist International is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of the gray sky. Unofficial, for a moment there was hope. We'll say not, I like being on Joyce's good side in this, so we're going to say not just technically, practically. For a moment, there was hope. A devout man of the center, she nods, hard to come by. It's good to have someone who takes a moderate approach to head shooting, in your line of work, I mean. There was a kerfuffle! Sorry. When you can boondock Saints, I highly recommend you boondock Saints. Turn of the century revolution, she smiles mischievously. Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in 02 on the Great Isola, though by the end, nearly the whole world had gotten involved. I didn't miss DE Day. Oh, yeah, we've got Disco Elysium for another 2 hours and 15 minutes. And then we switch to a little St. Jude fundraising and some Sea of Thieves drops with Vacon and Brizzy and Chosen Droid. To be fair, there's a story being pushed along by whether or not you want to be, and in the meantime, you have options to be a solid cop, a meme shitlord, or just an authoritarian murderer. Yeah, there are choices to be made. When I play this offline in my own time, I will be a very different cop than what you're seeing right now. Okay, who started it? It wasn't a who, but a what? A pandemic of Zarath, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the great authority. A pandemic of coronavirus, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grade proved unable to contain. Then Mazov came along and overthrew the government. What did this coronavirus do? It made people overthrow their governments. Wow, really? Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed the brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only proved the spark. Where did it spread from there? From Revachol and Grade, not far, the world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in 08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end. It's more like a pandemic of mad cow. Prion... Yo, you know what, Geist? I will flip this table over. Listen, I had seconds. I had seconds to make a timely contribution with a little bit of snatched from the headlines insights. I didn't have time to reach all the way back to mad cow disease. While you and I, officer, she spreads out our arms, raincoat flapping in the wind, our lives in the zone of control. Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar. Our lives are not the same, no doubt, but we share the same time and position on the planet's crust. That counts for more than you think. What is this zone of control? Loco, thank you for, I'm gonna guess the auto host, but just in case you're here. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting schmegmum of the coalition of nations, and you, of course, the citizens' militia. The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside, Officer Elfboy Williams slams the door of an armored motor carriage. This is our esprit de corps talking. The zone of control is in the third incarnation of Revachol after the failure of the Suzerain and the Commune. What happened to the rest of the world? Modernity. They developed the marvels of inter-isolary communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade. 43 years Revachol's been like this. Hard to fathom, I know. What have we been doing the whole time? The 20 saw a decade of urban war west of the river, leveled offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. 08 to 19 was simply hell. Chad, call him back and say, oh yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I'll stop and tell them I found my badge on the way back. And if he's still out there, we'll talk to Kuno. The third, oh wait, I think I told him I found my badge. I think I told him, we'll check. The 30s, things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, so it's like Puerto Rico. With an international community's blessing, for the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere. That's when they discovered disco. Yes, and quantitative easing, it was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it, an Isolar-wide hangover, you might say. So here we are, she curtsies. Yo, we leveled up. I am going to put that skill point. We're going to figure out where we want to put that skill point. Oh, I got to put it in physical. I got to put it in physical instrument, and then I got to go open that goddamn
of the newest
crate.
denizen of the cave.
Otherwise, I'm going to soft lock the main storyline. Dr. Skylar, Tier 1, 24 months. That's almost 2 years. 2 years ago, I was in my second year of college working weekends at a charity and thrift store. It's crazy to think about sitting down at a desk at a job I was afraid I wouldn't have. I'm glad this stream has stayed constant through all of it. That really, in a couple of sentences, Dr. Skylar puts together why, like, it is difficult. You lose favorite TV shows, you lose favorite radio programs, you lose favorite podcasts, movie franchises wrap up, you finish your favorite book series, like all that stuff comes and goes, man. My goal, as long as there is a platform on which we can do this, is to try to just stay the rock that doesn't move in the middle of the river of time. I just want to be here for people. I've been here for people since folks were in middle school, and I still really like doing it. I dare say I love doing this, so I hope I don't go anywhere, man. I would like to keep being there until you don't need me anymore. That's what I tell Grayson and Rory. Thank you so much, Dr. Skylar, for 2 years of support, man. What would you have done differently? Good question. She cranes her neck. What would you have done differently? No, her first. I asked you, who are you in all this? And I asked you, past list detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you? Here's some wisdom, lady. Say the death thing, says Half-Light. Say the death thing. I would have sought a medical solution. Sounds like this mad cow disease drove the people mad. I would have killed off more, 400 million if that's what it took. I would have made off of the mineral rights. I don't know what. Half-Light apparently wants us to be insane. So I'm gonna go with. Listen, if you can't trust the voices in your head, it's a bit crazy. It took me like 3 years to find this channel, but way back then I was in high school watching one Anthony Pasta Lasagna Labrizzi. Yeah. Honest to God, man, I had people who started listening to my YouTube content when they were in middle school, and one of them right now is halfway through their time at MIT. Crazy. All right, we're doing it. The cold runs down your spine as you say the words, like a small electric charge that seeks grounding. I see a tenth of humanity. She's unfazed. The key of history is in the lock. Keep turning at any cost. Let's see. At any cost until humanity is free and the age of capital is past, until this insanity is crushed and Revachol reigns a suzerain forever, until it's all mine, every pigment-drenched black leaf of money in Revachol, until the middle class, the gentry, and the workers are all gone and the age of man is over. Yeah, I like that one. Let's go all the way. Fuck capitalism. D, let's just destroy shit until there's no more shit to destroy. I mean, honestly. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Let's be one of those people. You think you know crazy. There's a lot of crazy that says, like, I'm gonna kill people to get money. Let's scorch the earth. The wind stops for a moment and there's silent. The cold dissipates into your parietal lobe like a dissolved bullet. All is quiet on the Martinez Inlet. Perception, hearing a success. A dog barks, a gunshot echoes off the walls of a distant building, a woman's voice. The age of man is over, screams Shivers. Oh, didn't we just get a prediction from the inside of our brain that the end of days is coming? I don't want to just slough that off because I was upset that Gary left. Over, she nods. That's intropolism, the very height of late modernity. Evacuate the world. You may prove a truly modern man yet. A counter-argument, but still, your historic mass murderer fantasies have only endeared you to this person. That's enough about the end times. What are, they are what they are, who knows? An afterbloom may yet come. Reedy. Who's at MIT? I'm trying to think of who's been here that long, but clearly not a well-funded child. I don't remember. She watched YouTube, which was like obviously not the same level of interaction that this is, and then popped in here one day, said, I started watching you in middle school. I'm at MIT now. Here's $50. Thank you. And popped back out, and I'm sure she has been busy with work ever since. All right, we made this one easier by jacking our esprit de corps through the roof. Do we have any other esprit de corps? Oh, we can't change it. That seems relatively high. Okay. These are both white checks? These are both white checks. Let's give it a shot. Easy one first. Fuck! We are not off to a good start today. I want to know what you are. Reedy. Farum, you wonderful legion, I heart you all. Joyce Messier says, She won't maneuver her way out of this one. What are you? I am the vilest of the vile, she says with a sudden flash of teeth. A traitor, a devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra. It's sharp. Dios mío, a libro. Wait, what's an ultra? An ultra-liberal, it's a type of liberal from the revolution. It's not the moderate kind. Cool, I liberate pretty hard myself. No, she shakes her head slowly, not like me. I'm neither creature of the Forbidden Swamp. I am the nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp who pushed the king under a shitwagon and betrayed the revolution. Are you liberated enough to offer up your home on a plate for financial colonists? She looks you in the eye. No, I think not. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening? Empathy. In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire, decades of guilt and pride. Forgive her, says Suggestion. I forgive you, but only because you're charming. A dill pickle, she pronounces, who being of great charm and guile, sneaketh into the homes of the good dial. Beneath her waterproof raincoat and silk shirt is a body imbibed in Num 12 perfume. You are suddenly and intimately aware of it. Ha! 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 You wanna fuck? Huh? Steal, kill, and destroy, she counters, quick as a whip. That's what they say we've been doing for over 4 decades now. Perhaps regrettably, I've had my fill for this century. In any case, I'm glad we can remain collegial despite my scaly bulk and my perverse need to infiltrate and betray both kingdom and revolution. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. She turns her gaze to the Delta. This was all our last generation managed. Would you have done something differently? With due respect to our overlords, the internal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its own artillery. While a gentle wind sweeps the streets in the rebuilt east, light drizzle washes it clean, lights go up, and motor carriages circulate the tracks. I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition, not here in Martinez and not in the Stella Marie or Delta beachheads either, if not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it. I guess that's a no. Give me money. Okay. Give me poon poon. Okay. I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. Whoa, we don't go that route. Let's see. Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes and oil fire on the ocean. You are a smart woman. Perhaps her earrings chime as she nods. My intellectual vanity will be my undoing. You're a patriot. Yes, I suppose I am, but I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here. You have daughters? Yes, whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Oh, it's still locked to me. God damn it. Now, shall we return to reality? What is this? Spread your hands. A bird. She tilts her head. Sphenocid. A flightless bird of the polar regions. Am I really that awkward? Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games. I mean, what is this place here? This place is an unmarked micro-settlement on the coast of Martinez. She gestures toward a collection of cinder-block dwellings covered by a highly carcinogenic roofing material. It's really lovely. I'm thinking of buying it. Really? Actually, yes, the thought did cross my mind when Mademoiselle Liliane over there told me about the fresh produce these women sell to the restaurants on the Delta. You both turn to consider that young woman. She's hunched over a net, methodically picking out ribbons of plastic. This place could use a competent manager. There's so much to be done, but then I'll never get around to it, will I? There's regret in her voice for all the countless things she'll never have time to do with her money. Doubtless I'll be off someplace, keeping social classes from each other's throats. There's a pause. Let's get back to the basics of reality, shall we? I am ass terrible at conceptualization, but let's see if we can throw boxcars. We did not. A strange coldness comes over you as you look away at the world. The waves sway the sloop slowly. That's all. That's all for now. Yeah, that's all we got. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. But we do have a point to give. And we do have a thought to finish. Pick up dice from the dice maker. Can we do that now? Has it been 8 hours? 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. Well, by the time we get up there, it'll probably be almost midnight. Confront the pigs and get your gun back. Oh, we could do this. Someone's been running around with your sidearm pretending to be a police officer. You must meet her near the old... We're right here. We're right here. Empathy. Oh god, we have another thought. What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate political opinions somewhere in Martinez. That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here. I did say I would kill 400 million people. The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's a hangover, perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to consider becoming a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience. No more talk. Sign me up for the passport. Thought gang, Kingdom of Conscience. I knew we could trust you. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When the real democracy kicks in, we're all going to be so much happier. Alright, well, that's a thing. We now have the ability to become democratic if we feel so inclined. Where is... She says this person's by the fish market? Is the fish market over here? Also, what's this? Oh, time to put the kids to sleep. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong spot. Fish market's up here. Who is this twatch running around with my gun? Yo, this is it. Who are you?
Put your hands where I can see them.
The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the megaphone.
Show me your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands right now!
Scavenged battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Well, that's problematic. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease. You shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear under threat! Fear under threat!
She's gonna shoot me.
Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Get on the goddamn ground!
Am I about to die?
Subject yourself
Ma'am,
to a
I wanna
full
talk to you.
body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in
Hey,
nostrils,
Calamity.
ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
Amber walked in during the part of the game that says, subject yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in the nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
Oh, dear God.
I've got all those things.
Would you like some more coffee?
I would. Okay, two quick things.
Yes.
Ignore that and ignore that. Otherwise, I didn't have a whole lot of changes to make. It's good.
Yay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a coffee.
I would give you $20,000 for that piece of paper.
Oh.
Oh my God, is this bitch gonna shoot me? Oh no. In her mind, the cavity search is happening. As long as she's saying it, it appears the things she says seem very real to her. Braided Zeus, what's going on? Please, I'm gonna try. I will not attack her because she'll fucking shoot me. It's the goddamn police shitbag, she yells into the megaphone. Hug the pavement, you're under arrest. As she waves her hands, you notice a familiar looking ampoule and packet sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine? Drugs? Hey, good old electrochemistry's here. Magnesium, Dramamine, maybe even speed. My God, she has speed on her. What else? Are you on drugs? Confiscated contraband. The megaphone makes her voice almost painfully metallic. Restricted access, 2 kilos missing. Eyewitness report compromised. You're not the police. I'm the police. Just a little bacon. Welcome back. Back up. She lowers her megaphone halfway, but immediately raises it back up again and screams, back up, status unconfirmed. Baby, you know who I am. Everybody knows. Wink. Back up. There's nothing to back up. Nowhere to back down. The terrible finale is on us. Oh, Jesus. That's fatalistic. Lieutenant Double Yeet the Cattier, Harrier Dubois, 40 for. I think we superstar this one. I do. The question is addressed to herself more than you. Gareth? No, She raises the megaphone and screams, aggravated assault, man down, suspect on foot. What's the situation? Law enforcement compromise, she screams in the megaphone. Red and blue lights illuminate the spit flying everywhere, impersonating a police officer. Oh, if I take out this badge, she's gonna shoot me. Look, man, point to the clothes. White rectangles, I am a cop. License and registration, she repeatedly bashes the megaphone against her head, then screams in the bloody mouthpiece. License and registration, come in dispatch, sector azimuth. Oh, God damn it. Nope. Oh, please don't shoot me. Game, listen, you told me to leave. I'm leaving. Confined quarters. Assailant coming at me. Split second decision. Fire at will. Oh. Oh. Okay. 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 What's this? The old woman looks at the treacherous weapon. This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. The gun lands on the wooden planks and the tears run down her scratched cheeks. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell this to me? Grab the gun right now. This might be your only chance. Pick up your gun. No one ever cares anymore. Her voice is growing fainter as she rocks back and forth slowly. Why would they cheat me like this? Yo, can we not ice skate right over the fact that you just pulled the trigger at me to try to shoot me? Task complete. Confront the pigs and get your gun back. You need to figure out what to do with her now. I mean, can we load this gun? I'm very sorry this is how life turned out for you. Gently touch her shoulder. You tried to kill me, or alright, what am I gonna do with you? I don't know. Kind of fuck this crazy bitch. A little bit. A little bit? I feel a little okay boomer about this. The person who did that is no longer there. No one is right now. She's an empty shell of an old woman rocking slowly back and forth. I don't give a shit. The catatonic woman, especially now that she's unarmed, doesn't seem to be a threat to anyone but to herself. Titus wants to be the sheriff. I'll tell him where to find you. Maybe he knows your family. At ease, Patrol Officer Pigs. Your heart is in the right place. Bow. Okay. I do like the theatricality of this. The catatonic woman doesn't understand, probably even hear your kind words. She just is. It's a shame. Recognition from an actual police officer would probably mean a lot to her. Too bad she'll never know. Titus wants to be the sheriff. If you tell him where to find... Yeah, we'll let Titus know. As you turn to leave, the faintest of voices comes from the old lady. It's but a reflex, nothing else. Please leave the radio on. Mr. Moran is on channel 8. She stands motionless, just a heap of clothes and flashers now. Maybe if you search her once more. The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Is one of those things a police cap? Hey, can I do all of these? There were narcotics too. You're thinking of taking them? Do it. Pick up the cap. She doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar looking lieutenant's cap from the mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Confiscate yeah, dude, we're taking the narcotics. Those belong to us now. We got Pyroholidon and speed. Shake her shoulder, I guess. All right, and leave. Yay, free drugs. We got a hat too, dude. We got quite the outfit brewing here. Oh, dude, you talking like a bolo tie? What do we have on there now? Drama? Yeah, drama's plenty high. We got a bolo tie now with a... Oh, that's the thing that the cryptozoologist gave us. Authority versus encyclopedia. Sure. Yeah, we look official. We look super official. Do we have anything we can interact with right now that we should? Nothing on the tattoos, right? Yeah. Nothing on the map that I can think of. Just a racist mug. Apricot chewing gum, that spawned a thought. Guide to cockatoos. We read all that. Book from Heimdall. Handwritten notes from the fridge. Sorry, I'm just checking. It's been a while. Whoops. Reading a book is just a way to pass time, and frankly, I'm trying not to... Oh, we are here. We could give... Oh, fuck me. We're running out of time in the day. Evidence, a fractured bullet. That is locked until we get hand-eye coordination up again. Our ID. Okay. I just want to make sure. We have a thought we can't possibly learn right now. But we do have a point that's waiting to be assigned, I believe. Ghost Cubby, what's going on? We gotta talk to Hardy. We can maybe do that on the way home. Oh, God. Every time I think I don't have anything to do, we could take Van Eyck's... I don't want to go in there. I think what we do is we just level up Physical Instrument. As much as it, you know, weirds me out that this is the place where we've maxed out our abilities. And then we go back to the ice cream maker. And we get that goddamn piece of... We get that goddamn piece of, Suna's equipment back. We have to walk past the Van Eyck guys. Let's go ahead and give them their hardcore. Hardcore to the max. Piece of music tape back.
Come on, get in.
I always think this music's kind of funny, and then it starts, and I realize it's driving me insane. Large-headed youth Egghead has closed his eyes, lost in the music. Sensing you, he opens
Good
them.
morning. Yeah. Pump it up. Pump it up. Pump it up.
Remix time. His voice booms through the church as he takes the tape and attaches it to the empty reel slot. Tape goes here into deck B. He clicks the switch. The tape starts spinning. A hand on his ear. He listens to the audio through his headphones and shouts, "Wow, did you get this from Arno himself?" Great excitement is bubbling to the surface within him. This is big. I found it tangled up in a hawthorn tree. Listen, I'm just going to show it to you. Ready? Ready. Oh, Lord. Oh, no. Come on. I don't want to... He wipes his brow. The sign's a perfect match. Now, if only we had a beat for the full assault, it would be unbelievably hyper. Intriguing the way I see it, Van Eyck based his remix on some famous original piece, like a folk song, something local. Seems you found an initial part with the main melody. I think it's just happenstance, chaos in action, contingencies of our limited existence. That and Egghead's fantastic talent. He nods to his friend behind the turntables. Noy's right, Egghead's technical talent is the key. Something mysterious is going on here. I agree with Noid, it's just luck. No. And Egghead's incredible mixing skills. Thought gained, Arno Van Eyck. Be it how it may, if it fits, it fits. He pumps his fist in the air. Bring up the volume. What about the bass? Do you have any ideas for that? Andre looks back at you. Yeah, I remember. You said it needs more bass. You can't just leave it without a bass track, says Physical Instrument. I think it's good enough the way, let's see. Honestly, nothing springs to mind, but I'll see if I can come up with a solution down the line. Proceed with task. Yeah, we'll keep going. You're the warrior of dance music. Don't be too hard on yourself if you don't figure it out. I think the jam's pretty already pretty ultra. All right. We'll get out of there. I don't know how I'm gonna answer that. 3 hours of sleep caused my entire face to be hurting from... Dude, Amber's going through some really intense sinus pressure right now as well. Let's zoom out. All right, well, we offloaded that. We did basically just re-accept a task, though, so we've got to figure out, like... I thought we had... Did we lose the tape for the... I say the local melody, but that was like... We sang that karaoke song. Did we give that up when we sang karaoke? Time and V hopes all of you beautiful souls are having a lovely day. I agree. I likewise hope all of you beautiful souls are having a lovely day. We can get off this side of the mountain now. Oh, dude, I got more coffee. I got more coffee. We're gonna do this first. I will save scum this because I don't want to soft lock the game. But I need the thing that's in here. It's so crazy to me, chat. Every time I think that we don't have enough to do, that like I realize we have more stuff that we could do before it gets late enough that we should put our guy to bed. This was 97% last time. Neat. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Clausen multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object intricate and foreign left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep. A filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare at the almost empty ice cream maker. No ice cream? Your stomach grumbles, the fridge is cold and the cellar is dark and humid. Take the filament memory. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, managing not to damage it. Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs. Okie dokie, yeah, I'll go take a look. We have a radio filament now, off-site copy. This is apparently what flash drives look like in this place. That's a bear made into a refrigerator. Yeah, I'm bummed out. I kind of want ice cream now. Ooh, yeah. Don't let me forget, chat, that after today's Sea of Thieves charity campaign is over, I gotta go to the grocery store and get a pizza for the kids tonight. We're gonna do that last HelloFresh thing that Amber and I have for me and her, but I promised Rory I would get him Chewy Chips Ahoy and pizza for dinner. He's being a real trooper about this expander thing. They've both been very good boys of late. Okay. Let's do this. I don't know where I am. Oh, did I just walk back downstairs? Damn, I can't see shit. I gotta put my flashlight on. Bro Squatch, what's going on, man? Here for the disco, you superstar cop. Tools. We can put the... Yeah, there we go. There I am. Remove the production schedule, put in the offsite copy. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. Press the play key again. Speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old. Good evening, Fortress Incident on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this the offsite copy? I might have the password for the offsite copy. Good, please repeat the password. After life, death. Her answer is short and sharp. No, that's not it. Motherfucker. What does she mean that's not it? What's the password then? I'm the police. Please open this thing. She will not. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder. Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel 1, I cannot give you access to this filament. Mother effer. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. That's all for now. Remove. Wait, hold on. Insert offsite copy. Press print. Nothing happens. Alright, well. We'll keep it for now. Oh, we gotta talk to the dice maker since we're right here. Can I put bullets? I don't think I have bullets for the gun, do I? Equip this when times are most dire. Oh, no. I'm gonna put that right there for now. I found a single bullet under the floorboard, but I think I used that to make that lady talk about... Oop, is this not the right time? I guess we'll talk to Cuno first. Can I not go this way? I guess we gotta go back out this way. We can talk to Cuno first. I did find a single bullet under the floorboards. I don't even know if it's the right,
This is the story of the newest
I don't even know if
denizen
it's the
of
right
the cave.
gauge. Like, I don't even know if it's the right ammunition for the weapon. I think I gave that bullet to the lady and said, hey, I think your friend was, like, in a real dire place. Yeah, I gave that to the old lady when we forced her to tell us who Ruby was. Tyler the Prophet comes in. Twitch Prime, 11 months. Tyler, I don't know if you realize this or not, but when you show up here at Twitch Prime, you get what I like to call the dirty welcome. Goes a little something like this. Listen, if I was gonna put one thing in my mouth with the intent on altering the course of my life forever, it would not be this, what is this? It would not be this Villiers 9mm pepperbox pistol. It would be your Twitch Prime sub, ultimately. That's what I want blasting off through the back of my brainstem. Any partner or affiliate would be more than happy to swallow the length of the barrel, but I sure am glad that you bring it here and give it to me. Thank you so much. I don't think I have anything else that, like, becomes available because I put a point into physical instrument. Help Suna with her project, make Van Eyck's... This may take a while. Fair enough. Make Van Eyck's jam harder core. 8 hours. 23:29. Is that not what time it is? Oh, it's not. Boo. Alright, well, let's go talk to Cuno, and then we'll come back to the dice maker. That should eat up a half an hour. Tyler, again, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. I sure appreciate it. That went dark fast. Have you seen this game? I don't mean the color palette. I just made my character say and truthfully believe that if he were to start a war, he would not stop until 1/10 of humanity was dead. If there is a day to truly embrace the dark side, look, you will not find a lot of white hatting here. I feel like we had this conversation last week. Unpleasant things will happen during the Disco Elysium stream. Alright, Cuno. Speaking of unpleasant things.
Fuck this Cuno kid.
You wouldn't happen to know anything about any missing locusts. Nope, Cuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs. Oh my god, the little one seems distraught. I told you that shit is lame. Shut up, C. Now they're gonna take you to lame prison. She sounds like she's about to cry out of disappointment at Cuno's newfound lameness. What's this about? Deny everything, Cuno. You need to lawyer up. Cuno's not going to say anything without his lawyer present. God damn it, Noah. There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out again. Okie dokie. Cuno doesn't fucking care. Dude, Cuno never cares. That guy's hardcore, man. Hardcore! Chap. What is this? It is crawling with locusts in here. All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud dotted with the little holes for windows. Sounds like you found the locust, detective. No, not hardcore. Expressly forbidden to be hardcore. What is this? Heaps of leaves are rotting among the mud cake towers. Dozens of the little locusts feed on them. Buzzing away with vicious joy, Cuno has really outdone himself in here. It's an ode to self-expression. I should go stop and ask him about them. Is there anything else to look at in here? No, it's just a... Dude, that skittering noise is unpleasant. See a container you can't open? Equip a pry bar. What is that? Alright, Cuno.
Fuck this Cuno kid.
I know you took the locust from the traps the cryptozoologist set up. Yeah, he says slowly, meeting your gaze with sullen defiance. Cuno took the bugs, so what? So it wasn't a phasmid, a wave of disappointment washes over you. I was really hoping it would be a reed phasmid that ate the locust, not you. Yeah, I mean, really. Yeah, well, Cuno's all you got, bitch. You say you don't give a fuck about bugs, but then you go and build a whole bug town? It's not a bug town, it's the city of locusts, he says, enunciating every syllable. Locusts aren't just bug shit, they come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends. Stop! She wails from behind the fence and then buries her face in her hands. You stop. It's like they're fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent. City of Rage sounds like a cool place. Kuno the pig wants to help you, she moans. That's how lame it is. Please don't say you're an artist. He pushes out his chest. Maybe I am an artist. You hear that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now. You should listen to your friend, Kuno. Art's lame as hell. It's so lame, even the pig knows it's lame. Please stop. No, fuck you, see? Kuno can be whatever Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free. Fucking chest thump. His tears are the buttons of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give away. Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. I'm not reading that. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away. A leaden silence fills the yard. In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves, someone closing a window. So what's this about? Oh, so that's what this is about. Me and Kuno have discussed this. I promised I wouldn't do that. I don't believe you. She disappears entirely behind the fence. For once, the boy's lost for words. He turned completely red, with splotches of white beginning to peer across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation. Stop taking locusts from the cryptozoologist. I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts. Shit's lame now. C was right. Girl's face reappears above the fence just long enough to make eye contact with Kuno. What does the city of locusts mean? It doesn't mean anything is shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck. He turns his burning face up towards the falling rain. Pig, he says, finally lowering his gaze to meet yours. You really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame. What's gonna happen to the locusts? Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die. Sweet. The fuck are they trying to catch anyway, he asked before you leave with all the traps. The Insulindian phasmid. Huh. He recognizes the name. Wait, you know what the Insulindian phasmid is? Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit, he says angrily. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit. There's a silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction. Bitches always be thinking we don't know about the Insulindian phasmid. Bitches be wrong. The nerve-wracking autosave. Is Kuno actually Noah? I feel like Kuno might be what Noah started out as when he was like 11, so like 2-3 years ago. Alright, let's see if the dice maker has our incredibly rare, expensive-ass dice that we asked for. The dice of a rock god. Bitch don't know about Pangea. Do you fuck with the revolution? Kuno is my most and least favorite character. God, did I ever hate Kuno when I first heard him, and now there's a part of me that looks for excuses to go interact with him. Tim! What's going on, man? Where are my fucking dice, lady? It's time, isn't it? It's not time. Yo, is it read a book o'clock? It might be read a book o'clock. 8 hours. I need it to be 23:29. Mother F. Okay, hold on. Leave. I don't know. Book me. Interact. A primer for small kids. Exactly what I need. Eve, welcome. Can't see the time, by the way, with your chonk in the way. Oh, yeah. What was I putting this on? Where did I have me? I had me on... I have this on Isaac? I might have had this on Isaac. Let's move me out of the way. Okay. Here, let's do this. Let me do this. Hold on. Duplicate, and we'll call this disco. And we'll go into it and say... It's gonna take a second. Slobs don't move fast. We are reading a fucking book. Dionysus, I gotta pass some time. Slobs takes forever to acknowledge commands when it's doing stuff. There we go. So we come all the way down here. We go on disco. We make sure that certain stuff is not on there. The biggest of which being I don't want rebirth item tracker on there no matter what. Remove. You're gonna hear that. Alright, that's the only thing I'm worried about ever showing up. And then if we're gonna do it like this, let's grab the jar and like move it above our head. Ooh, ghost jar. What? It stopped and then grabbed something else in transit. Cool shit, slobs. Can I have the jar back, please? Thank you. Ghost jar. That feels good. And actually, as long as we're here, let's go with, let's get our webcam. And let's move it so we're not blocking Kim. It's gonna lurch here in a second, I think. Yeah, because it stopped responding to me altogether. Too many inputs make Homer go something something. Yeah, Slobs is like locked up right now. We'll do this while we wait. Exactly what I need. This book will show you the score and get you oriented with those basic concepts you appear to be hazy on. Flip through the pages.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Ah! Oh, is it letting me move me again? There we go. That feels right.
Hey man, those are bits.
Dan, what's going on? If you guys are not familiar, Vacon Dan is going to be who we're playing Sea of Thieves with later on to try to raise a little bit of money for St. Jude. Vio, you know who both these people are. Vio, Team Catalyst member, streamer extraordinaire. I was hoping your robot lady would say, "Sup, bitch." Good morning. Vio, did you see that our panel was accepted and we have a meet and greet now inside TwitchCon at TwitchCon EU? So you, me, Anna, and Loco now officially have a place to sit and autograph and hug people. Vio is good people. Yeah, Dan, sounds good. See you about an hour and a half. I need to get dice from this crazy lady dice maker here. She's not crazy. She's just very eccentric. Oh God, did you do the big mother F mayo thing? You like mayo though. Like I could sit there and work my way through a bunch of. I'd make myself sick on mustard. I couldn't do it with mayo. Every page has one letter designated, one letter in the alphabet. Let's do this. A is for azimuth, B is for Boreas, C is for cosine, D is for diamat, E is for ellipse, F is for phlogiston, G is for gamut. I feel like I'm learning to speak to the fifth element. H is for homeboy, I is for icon, J is for jura, K is for collapse, L is for laudanum, M is for myriad, N is for nadir, or O is for oriole, P is for perihelion, yeah? Q is for quasar, R is for rhododendron, S is for sinus, T is for tricolor, U is for ultra, V is for vector, W is for warheight, X is for xylophone, Y is for istava, and Z is for zenith. Oh no, I have a breakthrough of my thoughts coming through. Put the book away. It's time. What does this thought tell me? MP Mana Point, I'm doing well. I'm trying to stay nice and focused on Disco Elysium so I give it as much time as I can before we pivot to Sea of Thieves in about an hour and a half. Bad news, Guillaume Lemillion did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Xinyao province of Safra, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single Wonderland skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s and also as a warning. +1 to pain threshold, blood oxygen is boring. And all psi learning caps raised by 1. Excellent. Excellent. Do we have a thought that we want to forget? Oof, that is a lot of mayo. I can't remember if there's one that we were unimpressed with. That's another pain threshold one. Motor skill caps raised, and we can zoom out. Perception raised to 5 on a learning cap. Thank you guys for the follows today, by the way. I really appreciate it. Apricot scented chewing gum is perception up, which I want to keep. Fairweather, I feel like, is going to come in handy eventually, or else they wouldn't have given it to us. Date of birth generation is generator is -1 difficulty to all. Is that physics passives? That's +3 perception. It's hard to take that off. Perception is so good. I might forget Precarious World so that we can learn. You know what? We don't need to learn a new thought right now. We could stand to just put points into ourselves. Chat, I think it's worthwhile at this point to just take points and shove them in myself. So we can pass new white checks, I think. Oh, you mean this is how like not centered on me I am. Oh wait, we can finally talk to her. I didn't realize you were trying to give. I don't understand. Are you trying to get bits in my channel? I was like, yo, if you guys want to give bits and money to Vio to make her eat mayo, that's on you guys. Is that bits and money in here to get Vio to eat mayo? Or is that, it's in Vio's channel? Yeah, then fucking go do it. If you donate, yeah, I have no clue. Rini and Vio are running a racket. I am desperately trying to carve through.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
I am desperately trying to carve through a game I get to play once a week. I have run my racket. I have made my money this week. I'm looking at, like, JJ Madison bought us a $350 pair of noise-canceling headphones, and Champion bought a Logitech gear shift for our trucking simulators that will apparently be running sometime. I'm not hustling today. I just want my dice. That's all I care about right now. I care about in-game getting my dice from the dice maker. Cowboy comes in, tier 1, 48 months. Happy 4 years, Taffy. Cowboy with that sexy founder's badge, man. Thank you to the OG mod father. I hope things are going well. I hope you're doing well. Squint Fox, no shit. Okay, as long as we're kind of paused for a second. Oh. These were the noise-canceling headphones that Squint Fox recommended from Sony. So now when I fly to TwitchCon EU, I've got a better, not even arguably, just demonstrably a better pair of headphones than my broken old SOL Republics that I bought in 2012. I've been using the same headphones for flight and travel since 2012. They are beautiful, Squint Fox, and I can't wait for my day off tomorrow to fucking play with them. I'll eat a jar of mayo if someone cheers, donates $1,000 to Taffy. Or if you don't, chat, you can sit on that money, and we do have a St. Jude thing today. I'm not saying that my cause is not more worthy than ending chronic childhood illness. I do like material goods. But we do have a St. Jude thing going on a little later today. Okay. Has time just passed on this? Can I finally get my dice? Oh my god. Okay. I want this so bad. For the kids. I want to point out, well, let's see. Let's pull this up. And put it where I can see it. There we go. But yeah, we got like a, you see, we got a nice little bar for today. I'm excited. I don't know if it counts for prize season, but St. Jude asked, and I answered the call. So, 8 hours. That's 23:29, right? 23:29. I thought I could get my, why can't I get my dice? It's not that big a deal. We'll bother her tomorrow for it, I guess. I just thought, you know. I thought 8 hours was 8 hours. Yeah, maybe if we leave and come back. I mean, we do we have anything else that we need to do today? What is this area? Oh, there's just nothing here. Fair enough. If you have info on Dono and links and stuff, could you post them in chat? Yeah, that's actually a good point. Well, first of all, there's this, too. I want to point out that while you guys are here, this went live. I got to make social media posts for that today. Tiltify. Signing in. Dashboard. Let's see, view campaign. I named it Childhood Illness Walks the Plank. There we go. That, you can have it early, Rini. Thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I just figured we would like sort it out in real time, but yeah, that'd be great. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. For those of you who are here for Disco Elysium, I'm gonna focus back in on Disco Elysium. Again, Cowboy Man, thank you for the 48 months. Thank you, Rini. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to my day off tomorrow and cracking open those headphones. It's a thinner box than I thought it would be. I didn't think that's what was in there. What am I doing? We talk to Kuno. Oh, we gotta go talk to Titus, and then we might just go to sleep. Most people end up well, fucking. I might just go to sleep and get the dice tomorrow. It's not, oh, they're gone. Yeah, I'm really going to sleep. People are going to bed, and like talking to folks is gonna be, is that, it's not, I thought that was Kim. Talking to folks is gonna become difficult. All right. Yeah, the ears full flat for storage. I didn't want to like unbox it until JJ Madison was here and I could thank him very, you know, emphatically and face to face. So I've been looking at like, yeah, photographs that people have taken of them unboxing it. And I've seen it. But I've not opened mine yet. The room behind your eyelids is familiar now, the only home you've ever known. Its darkness gathers. The last thing you hear is the wind blowing in through the broken window. Then something comes, a kind of sleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes. Then, tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Great, this is gonna be really chill. Dark Shore is my ass, I know what this is. Yeah, just let me sleep. Yeah, Dark Shore's my ass. I know what this
How
is.
things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately? Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people and then forgets about it.
I don't care. That doesn't scare me.
You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. Soul brother.
Holy shit.
Oh no. I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. The thing he's really scared of.
I would like to point out that on the back of that shirt, it says a McLaffy Taffy shirt, and then in parentheses it says he's a streamer. So, I'll get social media posts pulled together. It's a cool shirt. We're gonna have a shirt coming out each month between now and our 5th year partnership anniversary. So we've got a shirt coming out now, another shirt that'll come out in March, and then a third shirt that comes out. They're all very different shirts. And then a third shirt that comes out on the 17th, which is when we're gonna do our partnership party that might include some front page time. Discount code for leap year. Anyone thinking about getting a shirt is 29% off. Also, they have 5X in stock. Yeah, DBH has done a lot better about getting big sizes in for our plus size viewers, man. I know that they've been lacking in that regard in campaigns past, so thankfully it looks like they've got, we're not doing anything so incredibly crazy with this like shirt or esports jersey or hooded sweatshirt or whatever. They got some chonky boy sizes out there right now for us, so you know that's always been kind of a huge pain in the ass and things that we've gotten creative with in the past. So this is just straightforward shirt with print. They got some big boy sizes out there for us, so there you go. Hear that? They were naive. Okay, yeah, he said all that.
Much, much worse than that.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream, the worst of them all.
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
I don't remember Dobby ever saying that. The air will smell of apricots.
An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it'll be okay.
Eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Brizzy. Tier 1, 31 months. Dobby's an ultra-liberal elf. Yo, I've been taking notes on how to dab better. Normally I just do it when I sneeze, but now I've been watching. Got a little legal pad. Got some reference YouTube videos. Brizzy's here. Brizzy and I are going to be playing with Vacon in about an hour and 8 minutes. Doing a little St. Jude fundraiser. No pressure. Low hype. This is not, May when we tried to do like 5 figures in a week. Couple $100. If we hit it, great. If we don't hit it, that's also fine. There's also in-game drops happening. So if you're watching, me or Vacon. I think also Chosen Droid. Maybe Brizzy, if you've enabled drops on your channel. But if you're watching me or Vacon for a half an hour, you'll get a chance to earn 2 really slick looking black, like a black gun and a black fishing pole that look very Obsidian-esque. That'll attach to your game. You'll earn in-game loot from Sea of Thieves, and also we're gonna be doing a little St. Jude. They've got like masts. They've got like St. Jude masts. I'm gonna go equip them for our ship. Anyway, that's happening in like an hour. I am taking the next hour to grind through as much Disco Elysium as I can because this is the only time I get to play this game, and I fucking love it. Thank you, Rini. You're better than I deserve. Yeah, it's true. Legolas says you got to make sure that your accounts are linked for drops, which is... Shit, let me see if I can find it. I can find it. Hold on. Hold up a minute. Gmail at the Impala tonight. It always comes up with the wrong email account. This is an old personal account that's got 4,000 unread emails in it. Let me find St. Jude. Where are you, St. Jude? Awesome people. Fuck, it's so many emails this week. Where are you? Is it Amanda? Yeah, where are you, Amanda? You're in here somewhere. You guys are gonna find it faster than I did, huh? Hold on. Enable drops. Let's see if I can find that email. Damn, I know it, like I just talked to her yesterday. Hold on. Nope. I am at a fucking loss, chat. Sea of Thieves drops. Twitch drops. Ha! You never let me down, Google. You never let me down. There you go. All you gotta do is sign in with your Sea of Thieves account and link your Twitch account to that Xbox Live account. There we go. And then watch a Sea of Thieves well, not a Sea of Thieves partner, but a partnered streamer who is doing Sea of Thieves with drops enabled. Because I'm not a Sea of Thieves partner, but I think you can get drops by watching me for a half an hour. Whew! Yeah, Ghost Cubby, I've given up on... I'm killing viewership doing all this fucking side work stuff. Sorry, those of you who are fleeing, but I guess you can't hear me anymore, so... You know. Alright, I'm gonna get back into the game. We've gone from eating a jar of mayo to getting Tiltify published to talking shirts to enabling drops. I'm gonna dig in and focus on this so I stop driving away the casual viewer. Okay. The last thought in your head before waking is maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church. Maybe not, but we saw it. Oh, which also reminds me, when we get done with the very end of today, Bloody Faster is going to be playing The Binding of Isaac on stream for the first time. We're going to be sleeping in the shack from here on out, chat, by the way. We're not spending 20 Rial a night. We're not spending 20 Rial a night on this place if we don't have to. Let's do this. Let's just do that. That. Yeah, we don't need to have access to this place anymore. We fixed it. We paid for our damages. Yo, have we talked to her in a while? Like, is there anything more to say to her? We need to talk to Titus before we leave. Get Sea of Thieves loot just for watching. Connect your account to this Designed by Humans merch campaign. Ooh, the old bait and switch, Reedy. I like it. That's some creative marketing. We'll have to figure out the fallout, but I like where your head's at. Oh shit.
Officer, what brings you up here again?
I found your buoy. It was empty, just seawater. Oh, did you take the documents? No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them. She doesn't seem to be lying. She is genuinely spooked by their disappearance. Perhaps... I have a strange feeling it was this undiscovered cryptid that took your documents. Cryptid, of course, that must be it. She takes a drag of her cigarette, warm amusement in her eyes. Thank you, I feel better already. Now that you think about it, you mentioned seawater. I was worried I'd be too careless with the latch. Documents were probably just waves of her cigarette, just washed away. Shivers to get this one. Oh God, try when it isn't raining. It's always, this is like London and Seattle had a baby. It's always raining here. Why do I feel like you've won here? I really don't know, sir. She takes a sip of her cold coffee. I certainly don't feel like I've won. I feel like shit, sir, all the time. She smiles, a bitter little smile. She means it. But this turned out well for you. You've slipped past all suspicions. Clearly I haven't. We're still having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone? I mean, she looks around. The rain falls on her shoulder, tinting her blonde hair light brown. It smells of industrial pollution and brine. I'm stuck in Martinez, just like all of us. I've been up here for I don't know how long. I like to call this rooftop my rooftop containment facility. Something seems off. Really? I don't know what to say. It all seems fortuitous for you. None of this is fortuitous for me. What are you contained for then? For my sins, of course, the long-standing sins of being a bad, frivolous person. This all turned out well enough for you. You somehow managed to not become a suspect. Did I? She arches an eyebrow and sighs. Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me then? What I managed was to get him killed. I understand that. I guess that's it then. She nods slowly, carefully even. Yeah, we gained experience. I can't do this until I put points into shivers. So, I guess I'll just go downstairs. Chelly! What's going on, Chelly Bean? Well, I should put tab on so I can see if there's anything I've missed or not perceived. Yo, I haven't gone and talked to the penguin in a while. Maybe I should do that. Dude, do you think he's figured out that we forged those... Do you think he's figured out that we forged those letters? Oh, man. Kim doesn't miss a thing.
Yes?
What is this? Alright, we're gonna go get our dice. We're gonna go help... What's her name? What else are we looking at here? Kuno has promised to stop... Oh, we're gonna talk to the cryptozoologist since they're probably right here. We're gonna pick up our dice. We're gonna ask about Ruby in the village. We're gonna get Suna her thing-a-ding-ding. We're gonna talk to Titus. God, we have stuff to do before we even leave this building. Not much, just waking and baking this morning. How's everyone today?
I think I almost have it.
I wish I was doing the same. I'm starting to get hungry. I did skip breakfast and I've had an awful lot of coffee. I had a chat with this kid, Kuno. He has promised to stop stealing the locusts. So it was just a child. He looks crestfallen. Thank you for telling us, sweetie. Turns a smile gently up at her husband. This is good news, right? It means we can try again. She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone, a hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It is not this Kuno kid or the missing locust. It's something else. Yes, you're right. We need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can. The aging cryptozoologist breaks into a hideous coughing fit. She looks at him with tender concern. Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe time to go home. You're right, you're right. He breathes carefully not to start coughing again. We can come back next season when it's warmer. There won't be a next season, not for this. Find the Phasmin or admit defeat, people. Numbers, what's going on, man? Let's see. Man, I'm really feeling this is costing me time on my main investigation. It's not worth taking the risk of your health. You should call it a day and go home. I'd like to offer to help, but I have my own things. Damn it, maybe I can still restock the trap for you. Yeah, let's do it. We've come too far. I'm gonna restock the trap. Let's do this. Accept enthusiastically. I fucking love the Phasmid cryptozoology test or quest. We're getting really carried away with this, aren't we? He makes a show of suppressing a sigh. Fine, it's better having these people than having these people get pneumonia on the coast. But after this, he wants to see this tale through as much as you. Otherwise, he'd have stopped this already. But he can't not let it drag out after this. Really, it's too much, officer. He starts coughing again. What Morel means is we're grateful for your help. She nods to her husband. I wore my cryptozoologist shirt today. Save the chubby unicorns. Chat, why is it so hard to stay away from stream while working even though I don't want spoilers? I don't know, man. That's like saying you don't want spoilers on global travel. This thing is so big. Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down. To be fair, Quiet Storm. We're only doing this for another like 50 minutes or so, and then we're switching to Sea of Thieves. So, if you're dodging me today, you only have to dodge me for another hour. Yeah, this is the one from the zoo. Champion gave me money and said, buy this shirt for yourself. So I used the money and bought several shirts for myself, including Save the Chubby Unicorns from the San Diego Zoo, which I love. All right, Quiet Storm, we'll be here yarring it up for St. Jude. Here's a fresh batch of locusts. They should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but wow, co-discovery? We'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center. All right, let's leave. Autosave. Thank you, game, for remembering that I've got to save. We've got a box of locusts in our items. I could just pawn it. I could just pawn all this shit. Oh my god. Okay. I guess I could completely... Hey, let's talk to Sexy Smoker Guy for a second. What's going on here? Do we have anything new? No, I'd have to bring up composure to hit on this guy. Fine.
The Copper-nado is back. What do you want?
There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help. Big man laughs, nearly spitting out his beer. What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now? You're local law enforcement, aren't you? The lieutenant looks Titus in the eye. Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction. Yeah, we'll send someone out there. Who is it? Wait, it's the pigs, isn't it? Yup, her. He pushes his cap up. God, poor lady, don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she's got some family in Quran or something. Bastards left her alone when she's got sick, and we've been getting complaints. Hey, Eugene interjects. Wasn't Evart's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something? Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. Titus gives him a beer salute and turns to you. She have something of yours, pig? Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do. Nope, she didn't have anything in mind. No, well, whatever then, Copper. Titus chugs his beer and wipes down his mouth. Nope, they totally said it was, what it was, anyone remember? Tattooed man scratches the back of his head with his knuckle. I don't remember, I was fucking drunk. Hardy and the pigs, gain 10 experience. Let me know if you figured it out back there, the big man says, turning to you. Now, is there anything else that I can help you with? Yeah, sure, let's ask questions. What was her real name? Auntie LaPlante. We always called her something LaPlante. Marianne, amigo, he says, pouring a soothing drink. Marianne, amigo LaPlante. Fuck you, pig. What the fuck are you playing at? Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh? Don't disrespect Mr. LaPlante, Copper. The big man finishes off a can. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometimes. Who was she? Was, like before, just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out now and every now and again. He swirls his beer. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little bit off, but still. How'd she get like this? Get wanting to be a cop, you mean? Well, he furrows his brow and thought, shit, I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig? No fucking clue, the tattooed man shouts. Gotta be crazy. Who would want to be a pig? More like who wouldn't. Cool uniforms. I can't read this except in Andy Samberg's voice. More like who wouldn't. Cool uniforms, fast machines, packing heat. Sign me up. I can't help but feel partially responsible for the unhealthy culture that poor woman latched onto. Yeah, we'll do this. You're already signed up. The man shakes his head. This guy's seriously damaged, T. Don't worry about it, Al. The big man smiles, pushing up his cap. The cops want to play dress up and play policeman. Let them. We'll keep doing the real work. Where'd she get all that cop gear? Don't know. She lives by the water. Shit washes up on the beach all the time. Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it and collected it. Station 41, a man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river. Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus. No problemo, cop man. We'll take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys? Sure enough, Eugene raises a glass and toasts. We're the real heroes on these streets. Man, gives you a lot to think about. Yo, the Happy Mask Maker, what's going on? Welcome. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you here. Okay. We're gonna go get our dice. And then we're going to radio in and let them know that we found our gun. We may have found our gum, but it felt less important than finding our gun. Oh, I can ask him for the bullets, huh? Oh, you mean when I talk to the other cops? Can I really not move with? I was gonna say, can I really not move without the flashlight equipped? That kind of feels like that's the thing that's keeping me from being able to walk around in here. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but there we go. I don't know. You just need bullets. Fair. That's fair. Finally. Excellent. That'll be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice. Done. We got a set of magnetic dice. This is an especially fun set to make, she says as she opens her drawer and hands you a sparkling pair of dice. Look at them. Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand. Can I inspect them? Oh, they're beautiful. Excellent. Find the Insulindian Phasmid. Restock the first trap you left empty before. Oh, yeah, that's the one down by the beach. I know which one that is. I know which one that is. Alright. Yeah, again, we are knocking stuff off the list, left, right, and sideways. Ah, yes, the flashlight, the third leg. God, time flies when you're playing this game, man. Low on health, put points in endurance. Pish posh. Pish posh endurance. You're our favorite chubby unicorn, Taffy. I'll take it. I don't know what that horn does. I don't know why that horn is. Pick up the radio again. Reconnect me to the 41st. I have successfully located my gun. 10-4, roger that, and very glad to hear it. I'll make the relevant changes to the report. That's all for now. I suppose, yeah, I guess that's it. Does that end a quest, or is that just something we kind of needed to do? I guess we're heading back down into the fishing market. Is there anything we can do with this man again? I feel like there was stuff that we could have done with him, like white checks. Ooh,
everything's still cool
locked.
here, officer.
Ratted out the lady driver. We need to increase rhetoric. What's going on up there? Look at this. Look at this. Oh, no, not the tree. This. That. Footfall within, not human. Up there, the Phasmid perhaps. No, you know it's but a dog. Man. Even my imagined reality is disappointing. Alright, we're down to Suna. Did Do you need confirmation from Ant for this morning? If sure Ant is even watching himself, do you need confirmation from Ant? Not Ant. I gave one Anthony pasta lasagna Labrizzi the code for the overlay, and then we have the code for. Let's see, is this it? That's the code for people if they want to do Twitch signups to get drops during the course of the day, and then campaigns, view campaign, and then this, there we go. Childhood illness walks the plank. That is the place where if people want to view and donate during the St. Jude campaign, they are more than welcome to it. I know that Ant was just gonna point. Ant was just gonna point at ours, so that we had everybody angle into the same place. What is this again? It's just some crazy ass little door. You can sleep after 2100. Sleeping heals all your health and morale. We haven't taken damage in a long time. Yeah, this is just some tiny ass little shack. I'm looking forward to getting another point so that we can assign it to literally anything. We don't have to spend money on the hostel anymore, which is great. We can just sleep in the shack.
He's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it.
You are not the person I meant to talk to. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Juna, not Lilian. We've asked around about Ruby, not to everybody, but to quite a few people. We need to go talk to lady inside the church, who I think is up here. Yeah. And then there's this crazy dude who is climbing around like a Resident Evil villain up in the rafters of this place. I don't think I've unlocked much else in here.
What is it?
About the offsite copy you asked me to bring. Is this the filament you're looking for? I mean, she's gonna say no. That is production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it. In his defense, he was simply lying in a desk drawer of abandoned cubicle. Okay, but still. Alright, fine, here you go. Offsite copy filament. Thanks. She takes the filament, inspecting his metallic tape. Looks like this is the one. What's gonna happen now? Now I'm going to print it out and see what's left of it. She already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. Wait, no, that's dangerous. She shouldn't do that. Wait, don't put it in yet. It might be dangerous. She starts laughing, but stops almost immediately. Her voice oddly humorless. No, it's not dangerous, just depressing. How do you know? I have a theory, she says, as the filament clicks into place. Lintel was about to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to repeat that calculation, but only this time with better equipment. Watch, she says, and presses the print button on the machine's keyboard. What an intricate display of failure. The paper starts filing out with some ink soaking it in a gleaming darkness. Not a single line of data stands. Something's very wrong with that filament's memory. Suna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something, for her morning star, her eyes scouring the millimeters. Here, she suddenly says, rising her ink-stained fingertip, I found it. Where? Lean closer. Hold on, she's behind the keyboard now, typing something in numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. I'm still not sure it's a good idea. Tinkering with the unknown. Shh, she says, give me a second, I'm almost... She clocks up her typing speed. Lieutenant leans closer to whisper, I've never witnessed a programmer work before. Done. Suna jumps up from the keyboard like a spring. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly. There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist into the air. You did it? You found the coordinates? I found the coordinates. She lets out a celebratory laugh. She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Great job. Oh my god, congratulations. Thank you, she yells back with a grin. Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps. Just a thought. Where is this? Where is your 2mm hole in the world? There, she points to the other end of the church where a group of water bowls form a ritualistic arc in the swallow. Think you can help me again? She tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Sure. I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations. You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming. Just walk over there to the circle, follow my instructions, move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. That should do the trick. Alright. Wait. Wait, what? Hold on. I'm hoping it doesn't make me actually identify different bowls and move them. It's awfully silent again, as if someone's turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. Oh boy, this is gonna be good. Move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. Move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to the right. Water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Leave. We did tweak bowls there.
Yes, what is it?
I moved the water bowls to the right positions just like you asked. What's next? Great, everything should be aligned now. She stops, biting into her chapped lip. Miss Know-It-All is hesitating. Alright, let's get this party started. Yeah, she snaps out of the hole. Let's do it. The only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we've got the location right, then we should be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Wait, why'd you have your headphones on mute in the first place? Honestly, she's avoiding your gaze. I'm a little scared. Isn't it just gonna be silence and nothing else? I don't know. She stares at the heart of her computer. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what does the sound of nothing make? Can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin. What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself? She grows silent, her face very pale. You're overthinking this. Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired. Scary, but we have to face it. Yeah, she breathes in. You're right, let's do it. She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to unmute, press unmute on the keyboard. The lieutenant takes a step back, and then nothing. Nothing happens as Suna Lukanen Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. Can you hear anything? She doesn't answer. Her eyes close and brow knitted together in some state of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphone. Well, damn it. She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off the headphones, still avoiding your gaze. Did you hear anything? No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on. Despite her fear, she was hoping something extraordinary would take place. What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow? No. She rests her face on her hands, massaging her forehead. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, the silence is only what surrounds it. But this, she raises her hand, staring at all the machines in the little church, cables coiling up on the floor like pests. This is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones, see if you hear anything, but don't get your hopes up. My perception is very high. Thank you, Coldo Mama de Qua. Thank you helping Egghead with his jam and finding the melody for Egghead. Let's do this thing! Boop! Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace, and then the pressure changes. Yes, but can I hear anything? It feels like flying on aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it? Suna, take off the headphones. What if we just need a better sound system? Better sound system, she repeats. Alright, but where would we get one? Suddenly a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor. Dragon D, I see you, man. It's been so long since I've been here on a Saturday. I hope you are all bloody fucking amazing. I feel good. I feel good. I'm gonna get through this day. I'm gonna have my day off. We're gonna regroup. We're gonna do some scheduling. We're gonna get some stuff done on the honeydew list, and then we're gonna tackle next week with a ferocity. Reginerd, welcome back as well, you buff son of a bitch. We are barreling through probably another half hour or so of Disco Elysium. And then we're going to pivot over to Sea of Thieves and try to do a little fundraising for St. Jude. This really, they really should allocate some renovation funds to this place, murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesques. No, what they really should do is shut this place down, shut down the disco men for disturbing a neighborhood peace. But their speakers. You mean the speed freaks? She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary. Of course, the speed freaks, they have a fantastic sound system. Do you think they would help me? They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you. I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence. Brilliant negotiating there, detective, as always. Great, I'll go talk to them. Sure, let me know how it goes. Alright, we're on our way. Oh god, you can't say honeydew melon without me thinking about the sweet, crunchy grossness of that Wendy's chicken sandwich that I ate. Ugh. The meat was crunchy and sweet like honeydew melon, and it made me sick for a day. Ugh. Like I know I'm hungry right now, and yet at the same time that drove all of it out of my system. That fucking sandwich put me off Wendy's for what is going to be a decent amount of time. Oh my god, we gotta go in here again. Here we go. I hate this tent. I despise this tent.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
I see you're here again, officer.
That's the one I want. No.
Good morning. Hi again. So, how things
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Templar comes in tier 1, 28 months. That's a long ass time. Thank you so much, Templar. I appreciate the living shit out of you, sir. Very, very kind of you. Alright, so these guys claim to want to move a discotheque into the church, but they were freaked out by everyone who was in there. We made them reveal that they actually want to start a drug lab, and we're just gonna help them, because fucking Kim's not here to talk us out of it. Good news! I managed to convince Suna she's okay with moving you guys in, but on one condition: she needs your speakers for her project. The speed freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. We are grateful, Cop Man. You are an augury of a new era of anodic dance music. You're going to have to share the space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished. That's fine, we can manage. He grins, excited. And you haven't changed your mind about our little side business? Nope. I'm a man of my word. All right, then, Andre grins as if this settles it. It's gonna take a bit for our stuff to move inside, a couple hours maybe. Come back and check later. He waves to the other speed freaks. Let's get moving. Oh, good. No more tent, no more anodic dance music for a little while. Thank God. Templar, again, thank you so much. All right, what else do we have task-wise? Check up after the ravers have moved in. Check up after the ravers have moved in. Oh, we gotta go to the locust trap that we know is over here. Yeah, the tent's gone. Look at that. Just like that. What's up here? Is this just the walk around? Yo, there's a red check that we can't do. There's a red check we can only do once on this door. I don't know what the hell this thing is. Interfacing impossible. Red check cannot be retried. No clue, man. Maybe we just find a key. We found, I don't want to say we found, but we found this whole area the last time we were here. Release the locust into the empty trap. Good, now that's done, we can get to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation. Good, now that that's done, can we get to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that, it was a rhetorical question. He doesn't want to, but if there's one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it. I'm trying to remember what else, like what else. Maybe we should go talk to the penguin. I'm just trying to remember what else can be done. I feel like we've done, if not everything we can do in this area, we've done an awful lot in this area. Other than talking to more people about Ruby, which I guess would push the murder investigation forward. But I'm not sure to whom we're supposed to speak about Ruby. We talked to these guys about Ruby, did we not?
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
Shut up. I fucking hate that guy. We looked at this. Didn't we want to see if we could pull one of these off? You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. Ooh. A slogan used to intertwine with loops a long time ago. Now only a shadow of peeled letters remain. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in the walls are cracking and will soon also fall in the coastal breeze, rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind, something that sometimes the only ways to go forward is to fail first. Could Ruby be in there? In there, she could, or he points behind you, she could be in the identical ruin over there, or in that boat shack, or in the church, possibly. Holy shit, we've made this really potentially good for ourselves. Found the empty trap, reconstructed execution, made that awful call, confronted the pig's death notification, and found the jacket. Big money, no whammy! Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead to rustle, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is as silent as a tomb. She could be anywhere. How do we find her? How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. The lieutenant sighs, then gets a hold of himself. Okay. She's probably north of the village in this place, she's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. He looks north. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography at least. And then there's a church. He looks at the bell tower. We've already searched there, can rule it out. It doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step 2. Ask about Ruby in the village. Task complete. Anyway, we do it old-fashioned, sector by sector, go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places we can enter, like we did at the first village. What was I even attempting to do there? Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen did not, and now you're just standing here in the pale of the morning with your hands fallen to your side. What if we don't find her? Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that. He looks behind him at the dark red box crumbling across the chasm. Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it got you already. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold. Blech. Suddenly there's a sigh carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing. I think she's in that bunker, but that's why they won't let us in. I gotta go do stuff on a cold Saturday. Have a great stream. Squint Fox, thank you so much, man. I hope your weekend goes as well as humanly possible. Suddenly there's a sigh. Okay, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it. In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust and stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels a whisper away. I think she's down there below this building. Okay, why? We've looked everywhere else. Right, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of the building. They're gone, basically. Savoir Faire says, finally, my time to shine. There's a ladder next to the sign. Point to them. Perhaps we can climb them. Enter through the roof. Perhaps you can climb them. We're not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old and I plan to live to see 70. There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around for something to break if the ladder fails. Haha. Okay, hold on. A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. Assess the situation. The distance between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground and you're 180? 190, I'm a giant. Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing. The wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder instead. Astral projection! Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat. So don't do that. You know, just, you know. What if I just teleport? Teleportation is not a thing. Teleportation is a thing, Kim. It just needs a bit of concentration. Okay, teleportation is a thing. Wouldn't you need some kind of scientific apparatus to create teleportation field? You couldn't just do it without an apparatus. What are they talking about? The kid whispers to his father. Teleportation, Mikhail. It's generally thought impossible. It won't hurt to try. Oh yes, it could hurt a lot. He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. The magnetic dice make it easier for me to teleport to the roof. We're doing it! No. Chat, I thought I was gonna teleport to the roof. Why do I roll dice so bad? On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing. Why? Yeah, no, I'm asking these questions. Voices inside my head, you pieces of shit. Because you're just standing there squeezing your buttocks and nothing is happening. Kim, it isn't happening. I'm not teleporting. I guess I'm not ready to do this yet. Walked sadly. Oh my god. The disappointment. I'm not even gonna make him run. I want him to stop and think about how clenching his buttocks didn't make him teleport the way he's supposed to teleport when I have the magnetic dice. I don't know why they're related, but I want that to work. Drainage pipe. An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotting boards of the boardwalk. This could be an alternative path into the Fell building. Your eyes begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder. Could we use this pipe to get into the Fell building? Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, a grin flickers across his face. It's highly unlikely and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around. The lieutenant pushes aside the reeds and looks. The lieutenant's face lights up. He usually doesn't notice little things, and it's right here, a maintenance door. He points to a rusted metal double door to the right of the pipe, obscured by the reeds. Endurance. Oh yeah, big boy time. He needs you to put your back into it. Physical instruments, not fucking around. Looks like a great place to stash some narcotics. I want to make sure nothing's hidden in there that the children might pick up. I see another stop on your crusade against narcomania. I was hoping we were in pursuit of a murder suspect. You know, murder suspect this! I'm so strong. The metal doors are heavy and the flaking rust hurts your palms, but together with the lieutenant you manage to slide them open just enough to squeeze in. Good work, the lieutenant nods towards an impenetrable darkness inside. Shall we? Exploring the Fell building will probably be the last thing we get to do today. We're in a new place, chat. I am excited. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. Antiquated office furniture, last century maybe. Brought down and forgotten so long ago. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. That's another door. Alright, we're gonna keep looking around. We're gonna see everything in this place and then we'll go through that. We'll examine that hole in the wall. Old file folders in the cart, documents silvery with mold. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. This isn't just glass, these are old computation components. These are computer components, filament memories from the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous system. Hey Kim, look, old cybernetics. Lieutenant tilts his head, watching light glimmer in the glass. So it is. I think these used to form a single system slotted in the wall. So this is all that remains of Feld R&D. He nods. The rest of the building could have been picked clean. It's part of the Feld playback experiment. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find a device in here. You'll be disappointed. How'd they do that and what? All you will find here is pain, says Inland Empire. The how was a closely guarded secret, something that was locked in safes in human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, your fingers don't know. Alright. We got points for figuring that out. Money? Ooh. Got ourselves a jacket. Oh my. Crevice in the wall. We found ourselves a secret room. Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. But they did leave this hat. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed. Ancient flyers and brochures. Pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. Leave a message and I'll call you back. The same slit window you saw from the outside. Oh. Could this have been the killer's hideout and this narrow window the point of origin for the shot that killed the mercenary? Peek out. Outside the window, the day is clear and as mild as can be in early spring. Could this have been, or could the killer have used this as the hideout? It's a great place to hide, certainly, but there hasn't been anyone here in ages. I can't see the whirling rags. The shot didn't come from here. Indeed, no one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough, and I like thorough. The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glosses over by reasserting control. Well, at least we know. Holy shit. A mustachioed, mutton-chopped man amateurishly depicted gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. There's a spider web in the lower left-hand corner of the portrait. Brush the dust. Years worth of dust is shaken off the full head of hair matched by an ample mustache and sideburns. Looks a bit silly. Oh my. Shivers says. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand, grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder. It's that Mazov guy. He must have been hiding in this place, hiding the place of some naive leftists. He nods thoughtfully. Some radical or radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago. How long? Half a century. This is probably part of a network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. He looks around. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted. What's with all these secret weapons caches and secret bunkers? We've found a lot of those lately. I guess people think of, I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in rundown neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out old bunkers. Maybe I should move in here. It seems cozy. I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with the case. Could it be connected to the Mazov bust we found in the students' room? Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff. Could someone have stopped through in here recently? You mean like Ruby? No, I think we stumbled on a piece of history. Alright, well, let's go. Man. I almost forget that we're looking for someone named Ruby. I might want to go back and look in this room. Maybe. Let's save real quick. Boot prints in the sand. Oh, had a thought there. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Tunnel collapse, you'll have to find another way around. Oh, right here, okay. We're gonna run. Oh. It's getting louder, the buzzing sound. There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp, a strange tingling you can almost smell. Lieutenant, do you feel something? No, what do you mean? A pain, a strange tingling. I don't feel it, but he looks ahead beyond the arch. We should still be careful. There were footprints back there. I'm pretty sure they were fresh. Hold on, you really don't feel anything? No, but you're the sensitive one. I saw them too. Footprints with the right sole worn smooth. Looks like it's our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. What do you mean? He lowers our voice. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and Wild Pines will do. We'll set in motion events we have no control over. Keep calm, go over the whole situation. We've found out Everart's plan to take the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it. We've met Joyce, but we don't know what she knows yet. We should probably find out. Do you think whatever happens will affect our cryptozoologist? How bad do you think things could get? Really? You mean Morel? I don't see how cryptozoology and the murder investigation are connected, but the situation in the city will get tense for everyone. If it gets tense, the amateur zoologists might not be able to do their job. We found out about Everart's plan to take over the harbor. Maybe we should tell Joyce about it. I'll leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but you can't be sure. Maybe it'll yield something useful. We've met Joyce, but we don't know what she knows yet. Maybe we should probably find out. Definitely, I think she knows something about the mercenaries. Maybe she won't be around if the situation explodes. How bad do you think this could get? Well, we're not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground. He smiles in the dark. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done. What do you think is waiting for us there? I think I see a cavern, the lieutenant's whisper echoes down the tunnels. Maybe more cellars. I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise. I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking. Or maybe not. He puts his hand to his holster. Either way, once we go deeper, there'll be no turning back. Well, shit, chat. I guess there's that leads us to the question of like how. Where does this go? Does this go to the roof? Glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. Damn, chat. This feels like once we stones fall, it's a long way down. This feels like once we commit to going down this cavern, this hallway area, that there's not going to be the gusts of wind. The height feels dizzying. The central support beam has been destroyed by artillery fire. It seems like once we go down that cavern, chat, we're not really coming back. We can't go that way. All right, so this is the roof. Jeezy Pete's, man. This is certainly not. That must mean it's the end of the game. It might not be. We've hit points of no return before, but it was very intent on letting us know that maybe we should make sure that we've talked to Joyce, and maybe we've made sure that we talked to Everart, and extracted all the information we possibly can from them before we commit. I think we know that an irreversible choice is being made going down there. So I think we go talk we go check on the druggies and their lab. What is this? Clothes. Yeah, we found a couple of things in there. Enter the cavern below the Fell building. When you're ready, note the Union and the cryptozoology business might end when you do. Well, that's pretty straightforward. I gotta see cryptozoology into it to its terminal point. I guess we'll go talk to Everart. I don't know where the island is. I wish that would show me. I don't know where the island is. Does anybody here know where the island is? If we're looking at the map, it's here. Oh, look at that. We haven't gotten access to that yet. We're going to find like a key or something that's going to open that up, and we're going to get access to the island. Okay, yeah, we've not been granted access to that part of the map yet. All right, well, let's go talk to our cryptozoologist, and let's go talk to Evart. Unpleasant though he may be. Oh shit, we gotta stop. We'll talk to our cryptozoologist. Hopefully that'll wrap that storyline up. I like them very much. And then the first thing that we'll do when we start next Saturday will be to point ourselves in the direction of Evart. Because I can't be late today and I need to pee. Also, Maverick, what's going on, brother? Happy to have you here. I don't know what that fucking horn does. Oh, look, her husband's gone. I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Hello, dear. It's good to see a familiar face.
We restocked the empty trap. Where is Morel? Thanks for doing that, dear. She manages to smile for you. Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her. Morel still isn't feeling well. I've convinced him to go stay at Gary's to get some rest. She looks down at her hands. I'm afraid this cold has really gotten to him. Only the hardcore players left, huh? Yes, she smiles a cautious smile. Field work is a young person's game, as they say. Her voice is shaky. What's going on here? So who's going to check the traps? Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into coming back out, perhaps. The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything. Once more into the breach, then, he says with undue optimism. That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself. Fuck that cough. It's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco, a powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up. Lena, what's wrong? You seem different. Different how? The half moons of her glasses reflect as she looks up at you. You're not telling me the whole story. I'm not. It's not that. She just doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it? It's a strange feeling. She looks down, biting her lower lip. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer. And when police officers ask, you must answer, says authority. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that, a story or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. Morel told me you'd seen it. You also told me. Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone. A terrible sting in heart. A terrible sting in heart. Regret. Are you saying you made it up? No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some sort of queen of the cryptozoologist that for years his belief made me believe too. That I'm a queen, an extraordinary witness to grace. But now we're both getting old. He's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. She shakes her head, still unable to meet your eyes. What if I was just wrong? Suggestion. First, tell her her marriage hasn't been a lie. Come on! Nice. An acorn is not the same as the tree that requires time, diligence, and care. Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about a phasmid. But it is. We've spent years researching for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, we are... what are we? We're just a pathetic old couple. If I hadn't just led him down a path, he could have had a steady job lecturing at university. Normally when I think about stuff like women in marriage, I feel bad. When I think about you and Morel, I feel okay. That counts for something, no? Oh, of course it counts for something, but we've had our hard times too. She looks down at her legs. I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story, he'd still be into you, baby. That's not how these things work. Maybe, but then why do I not dare tell him She sighs. I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and wasting more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life. To hell with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid. A true believer. She looks out the window. Sometimes I still see it too. The real memory of it. How it was there. Not the memory of the memory. But it's so hard to tell the two apart. Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day like a benevolent god. Either way I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to go get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary. You do that, I'll check the traps one more time. Really, says Kim? Knock your shit off, Kim. I'm not fucking around right now. This is matters of the heart and imaginary science. Oh, sweetie, please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel. Do you need help getting there? No? I can get there on my own. This is an old this old thing's gas power. She taps the chair. Then I taxi home. It's not so bad. Can I have your address just in case there's news? 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock. But it's been a pleasure, ma'am. Likewise, sweetie, she flicks a switch on her chair and the engine turns on with a whir. Thank you for everything, truly, even though it turned out not to be, and the sentence remains unfinished. Yeah, I got you. I'm wrapping up as we speak. I gave it to Numbers. Numbers came in and said, do you need anything? And I was like, yo, Numbers, how would you like this? There you go, sir. But then what I'm going to guess happened was Numbers got so enraptured with how this game was unfolding that he was just like, oh shit, right. Numbers said, you came in and said, do you need anything for Ant? And I was like, here are these links. And one of them's the one he just asked me for in Discord. All right, I got to wrap this up. I gotta wrap this up. I gotta pee, and then at 11 o'clock, we're switching over, man. We're gonna raise some money for St. Jude. Not a lot of money. This is not the big push. This is not the prize season. But people who watch Sea of Thieves can get drops. St. Jude will happily take your money any time of year. And we get to play Sea of Thieves with Brizzy and Vacon and Chosen Droid. So, Fool's Hope, says her lips, moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. Her gas engine putters quietly, question mark, as she gets to the door, then pushes them open. It's snowing outside. Yo, Lena's gone. I should have pawned her photograph that she gave me, or the pendant. Somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling dusty windows, beckoning with the strange coldness to ask the wind once more. Alright, well, damn, I'm sad that Morel and Lena are gone now. What a heart-wrenching quest that was. That was a freaky noise.